Welcome back to another episode of Procrastination Garage. My name's Matt. Well, it's getting later and later. Here it is Tuesday and I'm doing the intro on this thing. Last week we did so good we were back on schedule getting the video out on Sunday. But in my defense, I had taxes to do over the last week and so that kind of slowed me down. Anyway, the highlight of this video I would say is the pump for the tank sprayer. Let's just say that I got the tank sprayer working and I used it this morning. So that's the good news. So hang around, watch the video, hit the like button, subscribe, and please tell all your friends. We'll see you at the end. It's Wednesday, late morning, and looking at the grass, can you tell what time it is? Yeah, that's right, it's time to mow. But you know what? We're not mowing here, we're mowing at the rental today. And the reason is, well, not that it doesn't need mowing around here, but our rental property, for whatever reason, the grass starts much earlier and grows much thicker early in the season over there. And honestly, I should have been over there about 2 weeks ago to mow it, and things just got in the way and I didn't get it done. And we're gonna do it today. Since the green truck is still performing snowmobile hauling duties, we're gonna go ahead and use the white truck today. We'll start by playing with balls. Yeah, we don't need the big ball anymore. We need to drop down to a 2-inch. Here's what I can tell you. Adding that toolbox on the front was a great addition. We did that end of last summer. I don't know. And then we got some straps in and stuff. Unfortunately, it's added even more tongue weight, which makes it kind of miserable to pick up and put onto the truck, especially when I had to drag it uphill a little bit. I guess I better remember to raise my jack up before we move the truck. I still got to hook up safety chains and electrical, but I'm going to wait until I get the truck and trailer better straightened out. Checking lights. The 4-place pin on the truck was kind of crusty. It's looking okay, but you know what? That one fender mounted light there is not doing real good. It's not, apparently it doesn't have a real good ground. So, but that's not the truck's problem. The sad thing is I just mounted those lights last year because I'd been using these lights down here forever, which are hard to see. And I think they just ground through the bolt connection, which is not a good way to ground things. I wish manufacturers quit doing that. Notice the trailer license expired back in December. I bought the new registration. I'm just not sure where the sticker is. So the Craftsman's been sitting outside for a while, not plugged into the charger or anything. It's already got a weak battery. What do you want to bet it doesn't start? Oh my God. The first mow of the season over at the rental, I'm always second guessing myself. Am I remembered to bring everything? I've got the mower, got a bagger on it in case we need it, probably do. Got my weed whacker, brought some extra gas just in case, and air for the front tire. Got my ear protection, got extra line for the trimmer, and then the oil thing that I might forget, a little doggy, but I got her. So what do you think? Does this graph look worse than mine? I don't know, maybe you guys can't tell. I just had a hunch I should bring the jump pack with me. Once the engine was warm, it needs a little more oomph to turn it over, and that battery ain't got it. So, planning ahead. What do you think? Looks better, right? Yeah, a lot better. Nice, Skeeter. This is still a big project we've got to take care of, and we need to get it done this summer. These are trees that I had taken down 2 years ago, and that's one of the reasons I bought the tractor, was so we could move this stuff around. We'll get on it this summer. It's Wednesday morning, and we're headed up in the mountains, headed up on White Pass, going to the Cold Creek Snow Park. We've actually got a group of 7, which may turn into a group of 11 today. That's amazing for this late in the season. Should be a good day. Getting close to the snow park. The snow certainly has melted a lot. This road was ice covered last time I was up here. Granted, that's been over a month ago. As we're this late in the season, in our area, there's really only a couple of places that we can go ride. One of them is up here on White Pass at the Cold Creek Snow Park, and the other is the Tunetank State Forest. You can just see Mount Rainier peeking through over there. Down Highway 12. Is it okay if we ride? Sometimes the trail's not too great. Hey, wave. Say hi, Mom.
Hi, Dad. Hi, Mom.
Some people can't follow instructions. It's Saturday, and the ladies are coming back from Santa Barbara, California, and they'll be home today. So my daughter's van, I need to get the oil changed in it, and it'd be nice to give it a bath. As you can see, I still haven't mowed the grass here. And in order to get down the driveway, of course, we're full of pickups and trailers and stuff, but we can move that quickly. It was a tough decision trying to figure out which bay to use. This bay has a snowmobile in it, no place to put it, and it had that tow behind in it and the UTV. But it was the lesser of evils, because even though I could move the ATV and the tractor easily enough, the trailer tongue there for the boat, that's still in the way. And the motorhome, yeah, I could have pulled the motorhome out, but where was I going to put it? So that's enough room. It's a small car. Today we got the good stuff. We got some SuperTech tractor hydraulic and transmission oil and a Mobile One filter. The oil's drained and the new filter, I filled it up with oil and put some oil around the sealing surface there, so we're getting ready to put that in. Drain plugs installed, new filters installed. Now all we need to do is fill it with 4.6 quarts oil. The oil's filled up. Once we get it parked up on top on the flat, we'll check it after we wash it, let it settle a little bit. If my daughter's anything like my wife, she probably needs some windshield washer squirter. Although I do think I filled hers fairly recently. So I guess we'll find out. Oh yeah, it sounds like it's full. Yep, it's full. Good. There she is, clean, cleanish, cleaner than it was. Let's do a final check of the oil. She's a little low, we'll add some more. Checked it again, it was still a little bit low. So I ended up just dumping the rest of it in there. So I put 5 quarts in. I thought the amount was 4.6. I'll have to look it up, but it's fine. Do you really think I filled my daughter's car up with hydraulic fluid? No, I use Castrol synthetic like I usually do. It's Monday, and this video should be wrapped up and already posted, but of course it's not. And I blame tax season because I've been working on taxes, and in fact, today is tax deadline day and I still haven't filed, but I'll get it done sometime today along with this video. But let's take a quick little drive first. Last week when I was over at the rental, I forgot to close the valve for the irrigation water coming in. It's a 2-inch ball valve, and if I don't close it before the water gets turned on, I'm going to have a flood out in the yard over there. So we'll do that real quick this morning. Our irrigation water for the rental comes in right there, and I can see there's no water, so that's a good sign. I should clarify, that's the main distribution point for all the properties in here. From there it comes through a 2-inch line and runs to all these houses and terminates actually back at our house, which is where my valve is and which is where we'll have a big leak when the water gets turned on. It's an easy job, we just need one tool. That valve right down there that's buried. Can you tell? It's been turned. Alright, this is the last time I'm going to tear this pump apart and see if I can figure out why I can't make it work. I can't find anything wrong with it unless I've assembled it wrong or something. It's driving me crazy, but I need a pump and I need it now. So if I can't get the thing working today, we're going to buy a new one. And I hate doing that because this one I bought last year. And while we're doing it, I probably will tear this one apart, which is the old pump I had, which also quit working. And the reason I suspect is because it's all gummed up, but I don't know, maybe we can get this one working. Let's see what we can find out. There's a little bit of goop down in there. Whoops, sorry about that. Let me clean that out. These all don't sit the same in here. They're not all at the same level, and they're at different angles, and I don't know why. Yeah, I'm starting to see the rubber there where it's been pushing down is deformed a little bit. Now how much that matters, I don't know, but it doesn't look right. I'm not sure how to fix it. You know, I'm going to take an X-Acto knife and see if I can fix that a little bit and make it better. I spent some time tweaking on this rubber piece here and trying to make this plastic fit better. So now we need to put everything back together and see what we can do. I think I'm going to use a little Vaseline in reassembly to help maybe seal it. I don't know if that'll help or hinder. Crap. Got an extra part. Crap. All right, a lot of fumbling around, but it's back together. Is it going to work? I don't know. I doubt it. I don't see where anything's really any different than before. Who knows? Before we go try the other one, let's tear this one apart. A little crusty. I'll go ahead and clean all the pieces of this one. We'll test it too. I cleaned up the pieces somewhat, so we're going to put this one back together. Everything moves and appears to be serviceable. We got these. Yeah, good. Shall we take bets? Think either one of these pumps will work? I wouldn't bet either one of them do. It's frustrating. This one here is a 2.1 gallon per minute, and this one is a 4.5, and the 4.5 is definitely what I want, or bigger. This one barely gets the job done. This was the size that came on the tank sprayer originally, and then I upgraded to this one last year. So if we can get either one of them to work, I'll be able to do my spraying, but if not, headed to Amazon. No worky. Well, that one's trying. That pump has a little bit of potential, although it doesn't seem to be building pressure like it should. And I've got a leak right at the spray nozzle, so I need to fix that. I guess we're going to call this one a partial victory. This pump is now working. You can see it's building pressure. Even the pressure switch is working on it. If I start spraying with it, as soon as it builds pressure back up, it kicks off just like it's supposed to. It's not a really great stream. It'll be good enough for spraying the cherry trees right now before they leaf out, but I'm going to want to upgrade pumps again. I'm just kind of spoiled after using that one last season, although I'm not buying that brand again. So anyway, we're going to clean this tank sprayer up. The birds have been using it for target practice, and then I don't know if I have chemicals I need to go ahead and fill this up now and get ready, because I wouldn't mind spraying tomorrow morning before the wind picks up if I can get that done. So let's see what we got. Well, that's not good. I think what happened, this hose was sitting out in the grass all winter long, and I think maybe I ran over it with my snowmobile, and the carbide on the ski might have just sliced it. You know, normally I just put another end on it, but actually there's quite a bit of hose that got cut off. I think this was a 100-foot hose. As so happens, I have a repair coupler. It's one that I had on an old hose that I threw away, and I kept the coupler off of it. So let's install that. Nothing fancy about a repair coupler. This piece here each hose end is pushed onto it, and then these pieces here clamp down. Feeling around on this end, it's not a clean cut. So I've got a pair of cutters. I'm going to cut it clean on both ends. Also, what I realized is that this is probably 3/4 and a 5/8 repair coupler. I think it'll do both. and it's pretty tight on here. So I've got my wife's hair dryer out. I'm going to heat this up enough, hopefully, to slide that in. Once you get the repair coupler in place, then you got to clamp it down with these little clamp pieces. I was smart enough to put them on ahead of time, so otherwise you'd have to take them all the way apart. Look at that, all fixed. Now, did I need to make this repair before I filled up the tank sprayer and cleaned it off? No, I had another hose, but this was something that I needed to get done. I've got the tank sprayer filled with 15 gallons of water. So let's do the math. The application rate for the horticulture oil that I'm putting on is 2.5 to 5 tablespoons per gallon. So there's 32 ounces in a quart, which is what this container is. So my rough calculation is this will give me about 4 tablespoons per gallon if I use the whole thing. I'll double check that math, and if that's the case, I'm going to pour it in there. Alright, Google says 1 quart equals 32 ounces. 1 ounce is 2 tablespoons. So if we have 32 ounces, we multiply that times 2, that means that container has 64 tablespoons. So 64 tablespoons divided by the 15 gallons of water gives me 4.27 tablespoons per gallon. And we want to be between 2.5 and 5. And since this is the first spraying, I think going on the heavy side of 5 is a good idea. So we're going to mix that entire container in there, and then hopefully tomorrow morning we can come out and spray. Does that look appetizing? That stuff was very goopy. Can you see how goopy it is? Anyway, I need to shake this up really good. And what I can tell you is that this stuff probably isn't going to mix with the water 100%. So the ratio will probably fall somewhere between the 2.5 and the 4 point whatever that I just came up with. But we'll shake it up good today, and then we'll shake it up again before we spray tomorrow or whenever. I really need to get this Procrastination Garage edited and uploaded today. Not only that, I need to finish my taxes still. But aren't you just dying to know what this toolbox looks like? Let's go ahead and bust it open real quick.
pretty nice. I'm smart enough to operate it. Wheels are right there. That's a wrap on this week's Procrastination Garage. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. So regarding the pump on the tank sprayer, did that work out the way you thought it would? It certainly didn't work out the way I thought it would. When I used the sprayer this morning, the pump at first was working okay, about like it was yesterday, and then it kind of quit working, and I dinked around, and by the end of my spraying this morning, it was working pretty darn good. I may end up using it the whole season, we'll see. And you'll also be happy to know that I ran a bunch of soapy water through it after I finished spraying, and hopefully that'll keep it clean. Anyway, remember the #1 goal of Procrastination Garage is to get me out doing things, working down in the shop, out in the yard, or up in the mountains. So I hope you'll hit the like button, I hope you'll subscribe, and I hope you'll come back next week. We'll see you then.